Namaste all. This is Ram Kamal from Samagra, Andhra Pradesh. Today, let us learn how to set up tablet computers for the children with special needs using Google Family Link. As all of you know, that Andhra Pradesh is going to be the first state in India to use a digitally accessible pedagogy and bring all the children with special needs to the mainstream schools. When they come to the mainstream schools, they need to break their barriers in learning, especially in writing and reading or listening in a mainstream class. This parental control used device will help the child, especially a hard of hearing child, will be able to listen to the lecture of a teacher in the mainstream school using a transcribe software. Also, at the same time, a child with blindness or low vision will be able to type the class notes, read the textbooks, and actively participate in his classes in the mainstream schools. Another set of people are from the print disability group. They are from the neurodiverse group. For them, a digital device is a barrier breaking tool. So for this group of children, the government of Andhra Pradesh will be issuing a digital device. As all of you know, the digital devices are very useful. At the same time, it takes the attention of everybody to the social media and other pitfalls in the media. So instead of studying, children will be spending more time in social media or playing games and other things. And also, digital well-being is a very, very important concern for every parent. The child is supposed to allow a certain hours to use a digital device for reading, writing, and learning. Other than that, if you give the freedom, it can really harm their good times. To do this control, in every device we use a device management software. For the mobile phones, we use a software called MDM, Mobile Device Management Tool. But for us, we decided to use Google Family Link because we consider all the CwSN children as a family of the tutors. The tutors means all of you, IERPs, school assistants, and the special educators. You are the parents of these children because you are seeing these children more than their parents. Every Google Family Link app in a parent device can control 6 children. The Google Family Link app really help the parent. Parent means one of you can monitor what are the things child is doing with this device, whether he is effectively using this device for his learning and reading, what are the time frames we can allocate them to use the device, and also whether he is trying to hamper the device and get out of Google Family Link, you will be getting notifications. So as a part 1, we need to set up a Gmail account for every child. So as a part of setting up the Google Family Link, job 1 which I am going to give you today, to select the 6 children, every teacher is going to take as a parent and create an email ID for every one of this child. This email ID will be set by Samagra Shiksha district coordinators in conjunction with one of you. Then every one of you must have your own Gmail email ID. In the part 2, we will take you how to load the software required for the child with special need based to his specialities, like whether he is blind, whether he is hearing hard or neurodiverse. Based to that, what are the apps minimum they need in their tool, in their device? We need to load those apps. After loading that app, we'll be setting up Google Family Link. So let us have a look at how to create Gmail account. Please note that you have to do the setup in the student device. Step 1. Setting up Gmail or Google account for student. In this, you go to the link on the top, click there and follow the steps. Setup My Child is the one you have to select and click to continue. After that, put the child email account as decided. Keep the date of birth below 2013. Select the email account you selected. Next, then agree to that. Give the password. Give your mobile number. Then a OTP will come. Give the OTP number. Press next. Then the whole Gmail ID of yours will be here to give. Follow these steps. Go down and read, and then you select that 2 marks and agree. After agreeing that, enter your password, your email password. Then you again press next. Your account as a parent agreed. The student's Gmail account has been created. Step 2, loading the required software. Now you have created the student ID. Before going to Play Store to download required software and apps, check these preloaded apps for inclusion in the student devices. See, every student device will have preloaded software based on the Android. So ensure these preloaded apps are in the tabs before linking to Google Family Control. Once you link the device to Google Family Control, then that device will not allow to download any more software without your permission. So instead of getting into that trouble, let us go with the productivity apps, which is a must in the devices. One is browser. Google Chrome browser is available, and G Suite apps. Browser and G Suite apps is a bucket of apps. Google Chrome, Google Lens, Google Map, YouTube, Google Drive. Then comes the G Suite, Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Slides, which are the equivalent to Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Then the other important apps are Gboard, it's a keyboard. Then more physical keyboard layouts. Notepad is a free simple notepad app. Then Google Keep. If any of this is not there, go to Google Play Store and download it. Then for the communication from these productivity apps, we use Gmail, Google Classroom, Google Meet, and Google Messages. Normally, all these apps comes preloaded. Then apps for inclusion and accessibility. There is Android accessibility suite is with every tablet or Android phones. But based to the manufacturer or the brand, it can change. That is the reason ensure that Android accessibility suite, full access to activity for all features such as talkback,
spoken assistance, visibility enhancement, hearing enhancements, interaction and textility, advanced settings. It comes under Google Android Suite or Android Accessibility Suite. Then you have to ensure that Google Live Transcribe is also in that preloaded setup. If it is not there, download it from the Google Play Store. Once you ensure the preloaded apps are ready in the device, then we need to download some proprietary apps, which is also free of cost in the Google Play Store. For every student, we need to load Dolphin Easy Reader and Insta Reader. Dolphin Easy Reader and Insta Reader help the children with special needs or a normal person to read e-books. Especially with Dolphin Easy Reader, blind children will be able to go to the Bookshare online library and download all the reading materials, textbooks, etc. Also, when you talk about other miscellaneous apps for activities, Google Lookout, which is similar to Google Lens, is also a very useful software for many of the students. Then Saralex. Saralex is an OCR software, optical character recognition software. Means any printed content, if the child want to convert it into a digital content for his use, including maths, he can use Saralex app. All these four apps are available in Google Play Store. You can download and activate it in the student device. Now for the blind and low vision students, we need to download Envision AI and Be My Eyes for the ease of working. For hard of hearing, if not preloaded, then you need to download Google Live Transcribe. Google Live Transcribe you can download from Play Store, and it helps a hard of hearing child, a deaf child, to listen to the lecture happening in a mainstream classroom with a mainstream teacher. Ensure that you do download or ensure Google Live Transcribe is in the system. Once you download the Google Live Transcribe, ensure first language you keep it as English and second language as Telugu, you set it up. Anyhow, the child will be able to go to many other languages also if they have to be in the Hindi class or Sanskrit class or anywhere. Other apps and tools for the children with neurodiversity. One is EdQueries. EdQueries is not yet released as an app, but it is a browser-based tool. So no need to download. It will be available, but what you can do, you can go online in the Google Chrome, type www.edqueries.com, then check whether it is it is coming into the Google Chrome. Once it comes into the Google Chrome, it is been an authorized browsing site. Then Kavi PTS and telecommunication, which you had training for training children with neurodiversity. So these are the minimum apps we need to download. But the secondly said Edqueries, Kavi PTS and Jello Communication is only for the children with intellectual disabilities, mental retardation, or specific learning disabilities. But also make sure that in future any more new software to be added, as a parent you will be able to add it into the student device. Now let us set up Google Family Link in the student device. So watch this video for all steps and follow it. So ensure that whatever we set in the Google Family Link as a parameter, that only the child will be able to do as an activity in his device. You know that every child consider a digital device as an entertainment tool. But our primary requirement is not an entertainment tool, it is a learning tool. But we need to give a little bit of entertainment also, otherwise the child will ignore the device. Why a digital device is given to a child with special need is that it breaks the barriers of their reading, writing and learning. And also it excites them to use than the normal TLMs. So we need to ensure that the Google Family Link give all those things to the child. So in the Google Family Link, you will be able to set up limits like how much time a child will be able to watch YouTube. Let us set it as 1 hour a day. Also, since the child born after 2013, they will not be able to go to many of the adult content sites. So there is a restriction already in the YouTube, but with an 1 hour a day limitation, let the child understand the importance of watching, learning videos, and make use of that 1 hour a day. Also, WhatsApp, let us keep a 30 minutes a day time limit, because whatever important message is there, they can go there, see that, and then close the WhatsApp. Google Chrome, let us give them 2 hours a day surfing time. More than 2 hours a day surfing time will be able to take the child into many entertainment sites without our knowledge. 2 hours is enough. If the child want more, he can call you and you can give an allocation of another half an hour or 1 hour, whatever it is. And all the tabs must go off by 10 p.m. then restart by 6:30 a.m. It's automatically happens. So that the child will have a good digital control and digital well-being. Then during that time, the child may be able to do emergency calls and receive emergency calls. Other than that, there is no other Android activity will happen in that tab. And these all ban we are using is to stop any sort of games children use, any sort of social media apps such as Instagram, Telegram, Facebook, TikTok, etc. Okay, so let us see how we can set up Google Family Link through the video following.
First, go to Google Family Link for Parents in the Play Store and install it in your phone. Then give your email ID in the window as parent. After installing parent email ID, press Next. Then type the password to log in parental control. Follow the steps and agree. Now we have added the parent email ID and the system will then prompt who is using the phone. Since we the parent is using, select parent and click. Then the system will ask, are you ready to be a family manager? Click I agree. Then the system will ask, does your child has an Gmail account? Before we create this parent phone, we already created a Gmail account for the student, so say yes and then add that email ID. Now we will move to the student device for further setup steps. It says that in the parent phone that, open student phone and go to Google Play Store and download Google Family Link. You download the Family Link in the student device.
Now you have to type the student email ID and press Next, then add the password and press Next. Skip the add phone number of the student and then say I agree. Now you can see the student email ID in the window and choose it. Then a message comes that other than the child account, no other accounts are not permitted, and removing all other accounts other than the student account from the device. Anyhow, the new tabs are not having any other accounts, so this message may not appear also.
Your device that
Then this screen comes saying that how supervision works on other device. Press Next and then add the 6-digit code you received in your phone in the student device. Now the code is input and submit. Now in the parent phone a message will come and ask, is this device is the one you want to control? Press yes. On the right side student phone we need to once again enter the student Gmail ID password. The message appear on the student device saying, do you want join the parent account? Press yes. Press join. After that then it shows what parent can do in student's phone. In the statement it says what parent can see from the student device remotely are account settings and control. Apps on supervised device. How much screen time student is using. What are the things students are searching in Google Chrome, Tab block all unwanted sites, search can be made on and off, and what child can browse can be controlled by the parent. From child's privacy viewpoint, what parent can't see remotely is what is live in the student's screen. Previous search data in the Chrome browser history. Student's account can't be reset remotely. Student's email message can't be read remotely. Student's phone calls can't be listened remotely. Can't unlock the device remotely. Parent can't erase student device data remotely or format the phone. Basically these are the child rights protection points. Press Next now. Then a message asking the student can allow the parent to control the device and do you want to allow? Press Allow. Once the student press Allow, the device will get activate and a message will come, go and get your parent device. Say yes and then you can give a name for the device. Remember, being the controller of 6 students, every special educator give the student name for easy understanding. Once you press yes, the child's phone will show all the apps we preloaded, and here, you can select the apps or block the apps. Review all the apps once and see again and press yes. Almost the student phone is set. Now you will be seeing in your device a message asking what are the restrictions you want to create in the student phone. Here what we are going to do is to set the content filter settings. Now in the parent phone a message will come, how do you want to control your child's phone? There are 2 options. One default and other is custom setting. Let us select default for Google Play Store activities. Press Next. Continue Read to supervise with student device. Now let us look at what are the things we can do with student device in your device. Here first itself and option says control mature content in Google Play. Click and expand. In this we can restrict student from what are the kind of apps they download and install. Here we can select require approval from parent. This means if the student want to download an app, he can send the approval request to your phone and you can deny or approve. Down to this, we can give content restrictions, like what they can browse in the Google Play Store for apps. Different age groups are shown here. For an example, a child is 6-year-old, you can opt for the first option 3+, or if the child is 9 or 11 we can choose age 7+ and above. 12 can be selected 12+. Or up to 16+. After selecting the appropriate age group you can go back. You now set the controls to use Google Play Store. Now let us set the filters on Google Chrome browser. In this it says what are the sites your child can permit to access. Here the first option is all sites. Second option is restriction in mature sites. Restrict it. It can take the child to sexual explicit sites. So let us ban it. In the next option allow only approved sites. This means you can add the URL of selected sites here. Other sites student can't go. But seeing the good content in internet world, do not restrict and it will allow student to go to any sites except mature sites. Next filter is safe search. Press on. After that filters on YouTube. Again select safe search. Now the filter will take you to Android apps. Anyhow the device is set by us. But in this also many apps we do not want children to use and spend time. We can select the apps we need to close. Remember all these apps and filters you are seeing is from the student device. Next comes student details. You can verify the details once again and then the restrictions you have imposed. Then activity, since it is the first time, you will not see any activity in the student phone. After that we can set screen time. For a normal child 2 to 3 hours is ideal. But here in our case the device is the learning companion of a child with special needs. So we can give 8 hours on school day and 3 hours on holidays. After setting the screen time, we can set the bedtime. Ideally from 9:30 p.m. to 7 a.m. At this time the device can be used only for emergency calls. However, if the student want to complete and homework and needs extension on time, upon request you can add half an hour or hour.
Now let us test whether the child can install apps from Google Play Store directly. In fact, it is not possible. If the child want to install an app, he can search in the Play Store and when he press for install, it will ask for parent permission and ask the child to notify the parent. If the parent give permission, then child can install or the parent can directly install the app from his phone to student's phone.
You'll be able to review your child's total time spent on the device by time across all of the devices managed by Family Link. It's a handy way to check in on screen time when parents get inevitably distracted. You can tap on each day and review each individual app used that day. Tapping on more will bring up the complete list of apps. On the right hand side by each app you can also see a small egg timer icon. Tapping on it brings up a submenu that enables you to adjust access between 4 states. The first option is no limit, which means that the app can be used for an unlimited amount of time. However, the device schedule that you can set will supersede the individual app time limits, which I'll explain more later in this video. Tapping Always Allow is similar to No Limit. The device's master schedule will still be active, but time spent on the app won't count towards the child's daily limit. As described in the pop-up, some system apps are required to operate the device and fit within this category. Choosing Set Limit enables you to set a daily time limit by app, up to 23 hours and 59 minutes. This option is a good choice for limiting YouTube time but enabling your child to still be able to use their device for other apps. The final option is Block, which stops the child from seeing and using the app on their device.